Hey everybody, it's CJ Graham, Jason Voorhees. That's right, Friday the 13th, part 6. And you're listening to thescenesnobs.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Review This with the Scene Snobs. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, and I'm tackling this one alone today, but make sure to join in tonight at 8 p.m. for our review of Cocaine Bear, where I'll be joined by my buddy and partner in crime, Casey the Madman Plot. I was the only one that got a chance to check out We Have Ghosts this weekend on this new Netflix film that's based on a short story from 2017 called Ernest. And I got to tell you, going into this, I did not know much about it. I had seen the trailer very quickly, like leading up to when it was supposed to be coming out. So as you guys know, we do our reviews non-spoiler, and then we get to a point where we might talk about some spoilers. There's not too much that I really want to delve too much into, but I will touch down on spoiler territory. Before we get there, I will let you know beforehand. So check out the non-spoiler review of my rating, and then we'll get into kind of talking about it. But if you've seen it, sound off in the comments, because that's why we do these live. We want to hear what you guys thought about the movies, talk about them, and just kind of have a connect with it and kind of keep going. So this movie came out, stars David Harbour as Ernest, the ghost in the movie. It also stars Anthony Mackie as the father figure. It stars Jai Diallo Winston. He plays Kevin. Niles Fitch plays his older brother. Erica Ash plays his mother. And this whole family unit, they buy this house where they're haunted. It has a ghost named Ernest. And as they go in, they're kind of at a point in their lives where there's a lot of tension, especially between Kevin and his father. They seem to move around a lot, seem to be a lot of things that are going on between them that they really do get into and they delve into, and it's in a really nice, touching way. I really like the dynamic between the father and son in this. I really liked a lot of aspects of this movie. It's directed by Christopher Landon. You might remember him from directing Freaky, the Happy Death Day movies, both of them, and Scout Scott's Zombie Apocalypse, and more. He does a really good job, and he toes the line between horror and comedy really well. This I would not really classify so much as a horror movie as more of a comedy, but it does have horror aspects, and I really liked how they played that up. It is a little long. That is the first thing I'm going to say. That's my first take on it. It does run a little bit long. It seems like there are some elements to it that you really didn't need. I like Jennifer Coolidge as she plays like this medium. They're kind of making fun of the Long Island medium in it a bit. And they play up like the horror side of it, where he scares the medium and then the crew that are there to film it. So, she did a good job, but I just didn't feel like those parts needed to be there. The whole premise right here is that they catch the ghost on camera, they put it up, they feel like they can make some money off of it. But Kevin, the youngest son, starts to connect with the ghost, played by David Harbour, who's Ernest. And he just wants to help him kind of move on, like what's happening. Like he's just sad. He's can't remember who he is, his life before he became a ghost, and where it's going. And then it becomes sort of an adventure tale through that, where Kevin and his girlfriend in the movie, who's played by Isabella Russo, her name is Joy in the movie, they have to help Ernest go see somebody he may have known from his past. Through a lot of investigation work, they find out his name and where he lives. All the while, Tig Notaro's character is a ghost hunter of sorts. She's always been trying to capture ghosts for the government, works with the CIA. Those are the things that kind of get a little hokey, in my opinion, on this. Like bringing the CIA into it. I didn't even feel like that element to it really needed to be there, or it could have been brought down a little bit. It was just kind of like jazzed up quite a bit. But this, like the story throughout this, the story of this family and this ghost and what they're doing to kind of keep it going, and their dynamic with each other is really the thing that pulls me into it the most. And the mystery behind Ernest and what happened to him, who was he before, what was his life, and you try and find out a lot of things, or you do find out a lot of things as you go through it. And it really, it turned into a very interesting tale that I really liked. Like it's, you take all those other elements that, again, seem like there were outside forces that were kind of pushing their way in with like the medium and Tig Notaro's character. She was good in it, but like she didn't play a pivotal role in my opinion. And that kind of took away from the story. So for me, that wasn't needed. I just really like sticking with these kids who are trying to investigate this ghost's past, find out for him, help him move along, while the family is still trying to, kind of make money off of it and the whole situation and better their situation throughout. So watching this and kind of watching it unfold, the length, like I said, is a little long, but like once you get there, it's really, like, I like the story. I like how it's well done. Christopher Landon, how he writes things. Freaky was so well done. It was a really well written story. Happy Death Day, I agree. And then when he went into Happy Death Day 2, and took it into more of a sci-fi element, I was really impressed with that. So I had a lot of faith going into this when I saw he was directing it. So I really liked what he did. I love the character interactions. He does great work directing these actors and building these relationships. So the visual effects are very cool. They did some new things with the ghosts that I really liked. Yeah, but overall, like, my rating for this movie, I would say you should watch it. I would give it a 3 out of 5. Normally, you might get middle of the road, like a 2.5 out of 5. But I really liked how it ended. I liked where they brought it. It all kind of came around. And I really liked the interactions between the characters. I thought they did a really good job. Because even the characters, like the Jennifer Coolidge medium character and Tig Notaro's government character, who didn't seem like they needed to be there, it didn't feel disjointed that they were there. It just felt that they were tacked on. And they still played good characters. Like, I really like Tig Notaro's character. I just wish that element was better baked in, if that makes sense. Overall, though, 3 out of 5. I think it's a movie you should check out. You can watch it, maybe not with small kids, but you can watch it with some older kids and, like, just kind of have a good time with it. It's it's played really well for that. Comedy's funny. A lot of jokes land, a lot of things go about. So that's my rating for it. Let's check out the comments real quick before we get into the spoiler side of things. Jace says, good morning. He means afternoon. Thank you, Jace, for joining us. Horror Sir Sturdy's here. What's up, Sturdy? How you doing, buddy? Polar Nights, what is up? How are you? All the way out there and coming to visit us, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you. If you guys have seen the movie, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Let's talk about it. But I want to get into the spoiler side of it. So if you haven't seen it, it's not a hugely twist movie with some big spoilers. There are some little things here and there that are thrown at you that, it really plays out well, I think, in the story overall. But, I still don't want to give anything away. So if you guys do want to go check it out and you don't want any spoilers, maybe get out of here now and come back later, watch the rest of it with the spoilers, see kind of what I thought, and comment along, because I definitely like to hear what you guys think of the movie. So, and make sure to join our Discord as well, because we'll be talking about it there. So, 3, 2, 1, here are the spoilers. Let's get into it. So, David Harbour's Ernest character throughout the movie, he does a really good job, especially considering he has no lines throughout. And he's sort of a sad, he's living this reserved life where he can't remember anything from his past. And when Kevin comes into it, that friendship really, and that bond really grows. And they do so, you would think, like, you're looking at this ghost with a comb over wearing a bowling shirt with this young teenager, it's not going to work. But it does. And I think that that's heavily on the Kevin character and that actor. He's just very charismatic, and I think he carries those interactions well. But David Harbour, seasoned actor, stepping in, this veteran, he brings a lot of joy to these interactions, and I liked that. And it just played really well, in my opinion. The mystery behind it and finding out what happened to Ernest and kind of what they need to do for him to, ascend to the higher plane or wherever you want to call it. I really liked it. And a big portion of that was you find out that, they lead you down this path where you kind of see for Ernest, he's not really Ernest. His name was Randy. He left his daughter behind and he kind of just took off and I never knew where he was. And then maybe he died. But then you turns around, you find out that the guy who's telling the story actually murdered Ernest and, buried him in the backyard of his house that he was stuck haunting. And the guy and his wife took his daughter because they always wanted kids and they were related to the daughter's mother who had since passed. So it's an interesting dynamic. And another thing that Christopher Landon does really well, like you see in Freak, you see in Happy Death Day, the things like there's this backstory to it that adds so many layers to each character and what they need to get to. And I also like that Kevin's character and his father, played by Anthony Mackie, who's named Frank in the movie, is they have this dynamic in their relationship together where it's very tense. And you can tell they don't get along, but they want to. And they want to try and understand each other, but they just don't. Like, Kevin's just different. He's a unique type of kid who likes things that his father doesn't really understand, which is kind of universal, I think. Anybody who's had a father or, mother or, and you've been a teenager and knows. So that element really added a lot to it. And I liked how it all plays out in the end and how Frank comes back in to put his son first and what his son's looking for. And he does care, even after making quite a few missteps along the way. Like I said, a 3 out of 5. This movie is very enjoyable. I would watch this again. I liked the horror-esque element to it. The comedy is a lot of fun. It lands on a lot of things. Even the stuff that I said was thrown in there extra, I think lands really well from the comedy aspect. But yeah, my biggest thing is that it's maybe a little long, but I do think you should go and check it out. And Sturdy says, I'm great and home. Are you? You are as well. Yes, I am. And I will be tonight too for other reviews. So guys, make sure to go check out again Cocaine Bear review tonight. But guys, I want to hear what you thought about the movie. Make sure you sound off in the Discord. Make sure you sound off, write in the comments if you're watching this at a later time. Are you going to see it? Are you interested in it? It's playing on Netflix now. Go check it out if you haven't. I think you will enjoy it. David, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining in. We're reviewing We Have a Ghost, a new Netflix horror comedy that's out. But guys, just so you know, if you are interested, we do these live, because we want you to join in. We will be moving over to our Patreon, so go check out our Patreon with all the tiers available and stuff like that, especially the Scene Snobs Podcast, which is our main show. The live versions are all going behind the Patreon, but, you can go check that out or check them out anytime after over on YouTube or on podcast platforms. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Sturdy says, I didn't see this one, man, but Cocaine Bear I went to see twice. I can't make sure you're there for the review tonight because I can't wait to hear what you have to say. But I think you should check this out, Sturdy. I really want to know what you think about the movie. I think it's definitely worth watching. And We Have a Ghost was one of the better Netflix films that have been coming out lately. And I like the acting in it and in direction. So please let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. Please make sure to like, subscribe this video. If you're watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching, it really helps us go a long way with the algorithms. We got a lot going on and a lot coming up with the Snobby Awards on March 12th. Join in for that, where we celebrate independent podcasters and podcasts. I would love for you guys to join in and check out some of these great shows. We will be announcing the nominations next week, so keep an eye out for that. And thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned for these messages. I'll see you tonight for the Cocaine Bear review, which will be live on the channel as well. Make sure you hit subscribe and the notification button so you don't miss it, because you're not going to want to. Trust me, Casey and I are going to get into it on this one. Again, all of our reviews are non-spoiler, and then we do spoilers. So we cut it up so that way you can check out the first half. And then if you saw the movie, stay for the second half. All right, guys. Thank you very much again for joining. Stay tuned for these messages, and I will talk to you guys later. Take care. Hey, guys. Mick here. Thanks so much for watching the show and supporting us. We appreciate it. We appreciate you coming back and joining in the comments. But, guys, I really want to thank you, our patrons who are out here supporting us, helping us keep the lights on. Really, truly appreciate you. Tim, Paul, Stacy, Matt, Aaron, AJ, George G3, Chris S., Dale, Chris H., Dan, John B., Ron, Jason, and John W. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Guys, we have 3 tiers available right now. As of March 1st, we're adding 2 more tiers for a total of 5 with tons of perks. So go check out patreon.com/thescenesnobs. And join our Snob Nation Discord channel where the moderators are keeping everything going and we're having really fun conversations over there and more. So go check it out. It's free to join and just be part of the Snob Nation. And remember to embrace the absurdity. Hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. We have tons of great shows coming out and more. Our lives are over on Patreon, but you can check out the Snob Nation Morning Drive live show on our YouTube channel Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern, and tons more shows coming up thereafter. We have great shows like the Scene Snobs Podcast, Betting Bros, Math vs. Smash, Real Combat, movie reviews, and tons more. We have fun over there, and we think you will too. If you're looking for great merch, go over to the snobsmerch.com store. Use promo code SNOBS for 10% off of your order. We have tons of shirts, mugs, everything, stickers, all different types of designs. We love it. I think you will too. So go check it out and let us know what you think. Remember to follow us on all social media platforms. We are at The Scene Snobs everywhere. You can also follow Casey at Planos21 on Instagram, at Casey the Madman on TikTok, and at Twitter Night on Twitter. Guys, tons of fun stuff and new things coming out every day, so go check out our content there. Thank you guys again. We are The Scene Snobs. Embrace the absurdity with us, and we love you, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care, everyone.